This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. Good evening, I'm Sabrina Brown. Thank you for joining us. Topping the news tonight, the governing Progressive Liberal Party meeting in convention in the nation's capital this week. The three-day parley opens tonight at the Malaya Resort. Delegates from throughout the country are converging for the convention. It is the first parley for the party in about 8 years. Tonight, we hear from convention delegates attending from Grand Bahama. Shashina Roll reports.
Scores of residents from throughout the Bahamas, in particular the northern Bahamas, traveled for the Progressive Liberal Party's 52nd National Convention. Many dressed in their party colors say they all came to support their candidate of choice.
I love the PLP with the bottom of my heart.
I'm ready to go. Forest Bend or nothing, baby. Marco City.
Time that we get together as a family and get ready for the election coming up. So I'm happy to be here.
Many of the supporters say they are impressed with the amount of persons who traveled to be a part of their significant event.
The bridge, the school, the fire station, and more still come. And I had to come here for Michael Dowell and the Prime Minister.
Well, we have 15 in our party. Excellent for a small island with a little over 300 voters. So we're excited to be here in such a good group.
It's gracious. I am enjoying it. And the prayer breakfast yesterday, Sunday was out of this world. And I'm looking forward to it, my darling.
But regardless of who emerges as the leader, these supporters say they are confident that the party will remain unified.
This is a pivotal time in our party where we need the Prime Minister to continue this on this track he's going. I think he's doing an excellent job, and I don't think this is not the time for him to be derailed.
The PLP party was always unified. They don't fall apart easily.
We don't have no problem with unification in the PLP. The FNM and the DNA has that, not the PLP.
Definitely. I think we will live unified. So it won't be any problem.
Oh, definitely. The party is unified right now. But that's a man right to run for.
Shashina Roll, ZNS Network News.
Thank you, Shashina. A local Grand Bahama family taking ownership of the economy as the island continues to rebound. Tonight, they say they have major plans for the commercial property located in the heart of Freeport. A social affair convention center off East Sunrise Highway, formerly Le Chateau on the Green, now has new operators, Henry Juice Outen and Vanjie McBride Outen. The couple took over the property some 4 months ago, and it is under major renovations. The 34,200 square foot convention center is popular for weddings, conferences, meetings, corporate events, and other functions. Director Vanjie McBride Outen says they plan to make the property the epicenter of Grand Bahama. The 2.7-acre garden club area will be used as a tourist attraction.
We have groups that are right now interested in doing part of the Grand Bahama tour, where we will display art in the gardens. We're also looking forward to hosting those young entrepreneurial chefs to expose their talents and coming over and saying, that's okay, I'm a Jamaican cook, I'd like to do a Jamaican night. Filipinos, we've got a lot of those on our island. A Filipino night. We like to do a sushi night.
She says a mini mall will be included in the plan in an effort to empower local entrepreneurs.
It will house various things like flower shop, photographers, booths, all the things related to bridal and accessories, right? And we're right now planning outdoor parties.
Director Henry Juice Outen says a social affairs conference rooms will take meetings to another level.
Our intention is to bring it up to state where we have state-of-the-art equipment in there for any kind of business, from the corporate business right down to, right down to the school teacher or kid who may just need to communicate with and have a simultaneous class with another group in Nassau or anywhere around the world pretty much, for our business, for our corporate people.
According to Operations Manager Shanarv McBride, the idea is to bring the social life back to Grand Bahama with a focus on the youth.
And we have a lot of young people coming in with new ideas, like couples, cooking classes, art classes, dance classes. We have a white studio room for photographers, filmographers. We have a sports recreational league about to start.
We're going to expose right now a youth night, movies outdoors, where you can come and get the popcorn and all the exciting things that you normally get at the movies. You can come here and get it once a month. We're going to invite all the churches. You can imagine the busloads coming in here with just children in a nice, clean, friendly environment where they are protected.
Students of the Bartlett Hill Primary School are moving back on the campus. Damage from Hurricane Matthew in October forced education officials to relocate students to makeshift classrooms. Since then, repairs have been carried out, and today the students got some help as they moved back to their familiar surroundings. Megan Shepard has that story.
The Bahamas Department of Customs celebrating International Customs Week, and in honor of this annual tradition, customs officers on Grand Bahama were charged by Chief Comptroller Sherrick Martin to undertake a charitable initiative. Hence, the idea was born to help Bartlett Hill Primary School transition from their temporary home at the church to their forever home back in Bartlett Hill. Customs Grade 1 Revenue Officer at the Department of Customs, Barry Morris, says they want to show the general public a different side of the officers.
Myself, along with an entire entourage of officers, came, and we're moving them back to their primary location so that they can get back into the normal way of the way they school. And so it's our pleasure today to show the other side of the Customs Department, where we are humanitarians. We know that people are normally just accustomed to us at the borders, reaching into their pocketbooks to pay duty, but we have a heart, and this is our demonstration to show that we care about our community.
Morris notes that Wide Rural Forwarding also volunteered to assist in the move. Principal Gia Walker says that staff and students are excited to return to their campus and begin their normal work routines once again.
They're actually playing a major role in making sure that we get back into our premises safely and securely, so we certainly appreciate the manpower and the woman power.
For the past several months, work has been in high gear to ensure that the school campus is safe and ready for the return of students.
Well, everything has been secured, and so we're able to get in. Our plan is to resume classes as soon as we can, once all of the furniture has gotten in, that type of thing. So we're looking forward to, again, continuing to make up all of that lost teaching time that we would have had in the past.
Staff members of the Ministry of Works were also on hand to assist with the relocation. Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
The Parliamentary Registration Department opening nearly a dozen additional voter registration centers across Grand Bahama to encourage eligible voters to register for the upcoming general election. Cecil Thompson, consultant with the department, says officials want to make it easier and more convenient for residents, so they have extended the hours as well.
We understand and appreciate the limitations at the parliamentary office. It's on the second floor, which presents considerable challenges to disabled or special needs persons and senior citizens. Additionally, the headquarters present able-bodied persons with challenges, and that parking is quite a challenge.
Thompson noted that the additional voter registration centers give residents more options to register, thus alleviating the congestion at the Parliamentary Registration Department. These centers, he adds, will also eliminate any possible excuse for not taking part in the general election.
And Bahamians could now pick and choose the time to get registered. Of course, it's not an indefinite time. I'm saying to try to get registered the remainder of this month and into next month. With all these centers open, no Grand Bahamian, no qualified, eligible Bahamian citizen on the island of Grand Bahama will have any good reason for not being registered.
The locations of the voter registration centers that will be open from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Friday are Christ the King, St. George's High School, Freeport Primary School, Jack Hayward High School, Maurice Moore Primary School, Hawksbill Community Development Center. The West Grand Bahama locations scheduled to open from 9:30 a.m. to 8 p.m. are St. Mary Magdalene Parish Hall, Administrator's Office in 8 Mile Rock, and also the Administrator's Office in High Rock. Hugh Campbell Primary School and St. Stephen's Parish Hall centers will be open from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. In other news, 2 men hauled before the magistrate's court today on multiple housebreaking charges. Joshua Storr in the red shirt was arraigned before Deputy Chief Magistrate Debbie Ferguson. He pled guilty to 2 counts of housebreaking and was sentenced to 3 years at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. He also appeared before Magistrate Rangan Johnson on an additional 4 counts of housebreaking. He pleaded guilty to 3 of those counts and the matter was adjourned. But when the matter reconvened, Storr pled guilty to all 4 of the charges and was sentenced to 21 months behind bars and was also fined $1,000 or in default spend an additional year at the Bahamas Department of Corrections. The second suspect, Curtis Evans, was charged before Deputy Chief Magistrate Debbie Ferguson on 1 count of housebreaking, 2 counts of burglary, and 4 counts of stealing from a dwelling house. He pleaded guilty to all charges, and the matter was adjourned until tomorrow for sentencing. All of the charges relate to offenses that occurred in the Freeport and Lucaya areas over the last 3 months. A blaze at a residence in Seahorse Village kept firefighters occupied for nearly 3 hours this morning. The cause of the fire is not known at this time. We caught up with Sergeant Lawrence Bathel at the scene, who outlined the extent of the damage incurred.
At 10:55 a.m. this morning, fire department received a call of a structural fire in Pearl Drive at Seahorse Village. Responding units met a 16-room, single-story stone structure with the rear section and roof fully involved. After a fierce battle, it was brought under control and subsequently later extinguished. At this point, it's early in the investigation stages. We have investigators on the ground trying to ascertain the cause of this said fire. We are interviewing nearby neighbors and any persons that might have been in the area.
Sergeant Bathel advises residents on Grand Bahama to remain vigilant and thanks the public for their continuous assistance and support.
We'd like to thank the general public because of concerned neighbors that called. We were able to contain this fire to just this one structure and no other property damages resulted as a result of this fire. We'd just like to encourage all persons to be fire conscious and to be aware of your surroundings. In the event of situations like this, always first contact the fire department at 352-8888 and then we will take it from there.
Stay with us, there's more news after this.